I am going to be demonstrating this Jasmine star stitch for crochet. It looks the same on the other side. And I'm going to just be using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. Go ahead and start with a slip knot. Just for the demonstration, I'm using a J hook. Okay, chain one, pull up on that chain about an inch, yarn over, and you're going to insert into that slip knot there. Pull up, make sure you pull to the same height, yarn over again, insert, pull up, that would be twice, yarn over, insert, pull up for the third time. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over, and you can see this little bit right here from the working yarn. You're going to hold that while you pull through all stitches. So hold that tight, pull through all 7 stitches on the hook, and there's that little bit that you were holding on to. It created a loop. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2. And then just pull on your working yarn to tighten that up a little bit. Chain 1, and again you're going to pull up on that about an inch, yarn over, and right here you can see it created a little hole. That's where we're going to be inserting the hook. So 1, 2, and 3. And then go ahead and hold the working yarn close to the work there. Yarn over, pull through all loops on the hook, and then you can see that little loop that it created by holding on. And you're going to insert your hook. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and then tighten that up, chain 1. Pull on that chain, and again here's the hole that you're going to be putting the hook back into right here. Yarn over, 1, 2, and 3. And that's what it looks like. If you use a smaller hook, these holes will end up being smaller. If you use a thinner yarn, you can also put more yarn overs into one space. You can just play around with hook size and yarn and find out what you think looks best. So we already chained another, so we're going to go into this hole right here, yarn over, 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, and 3. So again, hold on right here, pull through all loops, insert into that loop that you were holding on to, and pull through 2, and then tighten that up, chain 1. And you're going to keep going with this foundation row here until you get to the desired length or width that you're going for. I think I'll just go ahead and do maybe 3 more. So go ahead and pull, and we're going right here again. 1, 2, 3. Grab right here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, pull out again, yarn over, there's the hole there. Again, if you're using a smaller hook, the hole may not be quite as obvious, so for practicing it may be better to use the larger hook like this. 1, 2, and 3. Let's see there. If you end up with if you maybe put your finger in there to hold it, the loop will be much larger. You don't really want that because it will show up. So you can hold that loop, pull the hook, and then pull with your finger to go ahead and tighten that loop up. Insert. And tighten it up. Okay, so this is the length that I want it for this tutorial. Actually, I'll have to do 1 more because you don't actually finish off the last one when you go on to the next row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll do this last one. So pull out, insert there, 1, 2, and 3. So we're going to leave all 7 loops on the hook. This is the one that we just worked out of. So we're going to come back to this next one right here. We're going to yarn over, insert, pull up, and make sure that you pull that up to the same height as what you were doing before. So that was 1, 2, and 3. Now this, you're only going to do this on the second row, none of the other rows after. So we've done this one, the next one, and now we're going to come over here to the next hole here. So yarn over, insert, 1, 2, and 3. Now we have that first set of 7 on the hook. The next set is 6, and the last set is 6. So you're going to hold here, and you're going to pull through all of these loops in your hook. Okay, and then go back to that loop, pull up, and pull through 2. Tighten that up a little, and chain 1. And you can see right here it's already starting to form that star. So go ahead and pull up, yarn over, and we're going to go right back into that same stitch that we were just working. Then we're going to come down here for the next one, and then over here for the next one. Okay, so yarn over, and 1, 2, and 3, and coming down to this one, yarn over, 1, 2, and 3. So we still have one more to do, and that would be the next one right here. One, 2, and 3. So we're going to grab onto that right there again, yarn over and pull through all loops on your hook. And go back into that loop you're holding on to, pull up, and I can see that I didn't quite get through all of these. So we'll just come back over here and get that through. And then put that back in, yarn over, pull through 2, tighten it up. Chain 1, lengthen, yarn over, we're going back into the same stitch we just worked from. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to come down here just like before to the next one, and then the one right after that as well. So 1, 2, 3, and now to this one right here. 1, 2, 3. And then we will grab that again, the working yarn close to your work. Hold that. If you feel better doing it, you can always put your thumb in there and then pull through all loops on the hook. And if you did put your thumb, it will make a bigger hole. So then you hold on to that, pull on the hook, pull on the yarn, and it tighten that hole up a little. Insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Tighten it, chain. As you can see, this is a very repetitive pattern, so it's pretty easy to memorize as you get going. Pull up, yarn over, go into the stitch that you just worked out of. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to come right down here to the next one. 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna, this is the one we just worked right here, we're gonna come over one more, yarn over 1, 2, and 3. So it does get a little difficult to keep holding all of these on the hook, but you do get used to it. So grab there again. If you want, like I said, you can put your thumb in, pull through all loops. I generally can't make it through all on one swipe. And then go ahead and tighten that up. Tighten it up there. Insert your hook. And tighten it. Chain one, pull up, whoop, yarn over, back into the same stitch you just worked again. 1, 2, 3, and then we're coming right down to this one. 1, 2, 3, and then when you get to this last one, it can be a little tricky to find, but it's that slip knot that you originally worked into. So yarn over, 1, make sure you keep pulling up to the same height, 2, and 3. And same thing, grab the working yarn close to the work, yarn over, and pull through all stitches. And you can tighten that up, and insert your hook, yarn over, and pull through 2. So that completes the first row. Should look like this. And then we're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now this is going to be how you start every row after turning. Go ahead and pull up, and we're going to be going back into this same stitch here. So yarn over, 1, 2, and 3. And now since we're at the beginning of the row, we're going to go ahead and finish this one off. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stitches on the hook. So grab here, pull through all 7, insert, and then we're going to chain 1, pull up on the loop, and we're going to come right back into this same one that we just worked. Yarn over, 1, 2, 3, and then we're coming right down here, yarn over, 1, 2, and 3. So then we have 2 groups on the hook again, and we're going to come over to this one right here. Okay, 3 groups on there again. Make sure you hold on to that every time. Pull through all loops on the hook. Insert back into that loop that you held on to. And pull tight. Chain 1. Back down here. then the next one. And you should see that your first star has formed there. So we just keep repeating. We'll do this one, and that one. Alright, and now we are back at the end of the row. So we are going to go into this one, then here, and then if you come to the side, you'll see that these two rows are going right here. If you kind of pull that apart a little bit, then you'll be able to see the hole that you need to get the last three into. So pull up, yarn over, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's that one at the end. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over and pull through all of them again. And then you'll chain, and you can see those beautiful little stars forming. Turn your work, make sure you pull up a bit, and 1, 2, And remember, we're at the beginning of the row, so we're going to finish off this first one. Okay, pull that tight, chain 1, and we're going to be working back into here. And then down right below that. And then the next one over here. Alright, and you will just continue that pattern until your piece measures what you'd like it to measure. Alright, well, thank you for joining me for my first video tutorial for the Jasmine star stitch.